Welcome back to another episode of the Joey Musto Show presented by Team Musto. Today we're going to be taking a look at the past 7 days in the Maui real estate market. We're going to look at Sunday, March 8th and go 7 days back from there. I'm going to tell you what the numbers mean for buyers, what they mean for sellers, and how you can use them to help you whether you're making a decision about buying on Maui or selling on Maui. So let's go ahead and get into it, talking about the most shocking piece of news, which was the number of new listings. So there were 66 new listings this week, and that's the most we've seen since February 1st when the market saw 68. So generally, when we see an increase in new listings, that means there's more opportunity for buyers and there's more competition for sellers. Now, obviously, it's important to pay attention to the segment and the location, because if you're looking to buy a single family home in Kahului, uh, and we saw new listings increase, but a lot of that was, condo inventory added in Kihei. That doesn't really help you. But just focusing on the broader market trend, we did see new listings increase, and that generally means more opportunity for buyers, more competition for sellers. Now we're going to talk about the conversion rate. So for the week of March 8th, we saw 66 new listings, like I mentioned. One of them went pending within the first week. Week of February 1st, when we saw 68 new listings, three went pending within the first week. So both those conversion rates are relatively low, and that could mean a couple of different things. It could mean, sellers are coming out priced way too aggressively, or maybe sellers are coming out, but they don't have good availability. They can't show the unit, they can't show the house, they can't run open houses. It's harder to get the word out, or they're just not getting the word out. Um, and then from a buyer's point of view, it could mean that, buyers realize that there is more inventory and they have more time to shop. So if they find a property that they love, maybe it's in Kihei, but they know, hey, things aren't converting here, relatively quick. So I can kind of look around and, it gives me more time to structure my offer, or I might find something else that I like. There's not a huge rush to put an offer in. Um, and more sellers are entering the market. Inventory continues to build. Only one of the 66 new listings went pending. Sellers may need to price their homes carefully to attract early interest, and buyers currently have more time to compare options and negotiate. From there, we're going to talk about 42% of all condo escrows on Maui happened in Kihei alone, so that's not unusual to see. Kihei is always one of the most in-demand areas on Maui for condos and for single-family homes. What is surprising, however, is the numbers from February 2026. We saw 31 condo sales year to date, which is down 24.4% from the same time in 2025, and we thought 2025 was bad for Kihei condo sellers. Um, it's even worse now. The average sales price is down 8.8% year over year. Median sales price is down 10.4% year over year. Total dollar volume has decreased. So buyers currently have more negotiating power. They had a ton last year. They have even more now. Sales activity has slowed and prices have softened compared to last year. With fewer buyers in the market, pricing correctly and presenting the property well is becoming increasingly important to attract offers. So on that same point of presenting, availability is super important. It's not just good enough to have a good price. You have to be able to show the unit. You have to be able to market the unit. You have to be able to have open houses at the unit. And it's just taking a lot more effort to get these kind of properties sold. Um, from there, we're going to talk about on the way other end of the spectrum, Kahului led Central Maui in inventory added with three homes. So Kahului is firing. While the Kihei condo market is really struggling, Kahului single family home market is firing. 13 home sales year to date. That's up 18.2% from the same time in 2025. Average sales price is up, median sales price is up, total dollar volume is up. And another thing that's important about Kahului that I don't have bullet pointed here is in February 2026, we actually saw deals close above list price. And it's interesting because when you look at Central Maui, it's pretty much split into two markets. You have Kahului and you have Wailuku. And in Kahului, we are seeing deals where they close above asking price. In Wailuku, we're not seeing that. So it's just interesting that, they're relatively close. Both of them offer pretty much the same thing, the central location, close to the airport, close to a lot of the shopping and grocery shopping that happens in Maui. And it's easy to get everywhere, upcountry, west side, south side. But Kahului, areas like Maui Lani, um, our buyers want those places, and a place like Wailuku, obviously buyers still do want places there, but they're not willing to pay a premium. Whereas Kahului, they are. For buyers, prices in Kahului market are trending higher. Average and median sales prices up 11% year over year. Demand for single family homes in Central Maui remains strong. I would be even more specific and say single family homes in Kahului is strong. For sellers, this is also a good sign for homeowners. So I want to talk about homeowners in Kahului that are thinking about selling. This is great news for you, and you might hear just from other people or from the real estate news that you consume that the Maui real estate market is a little bit slow right now. But if you actually focus on where you are, your location, it's firing right now. And if you are thinking about selling, it's not a bad time to like really consider it. Sales are up 18.2% year over year, total dollar volume rising, and buyers are there. They're active and willing to pay higher prices for single family homes in the area. Price reductions. So this is something that I harp on every week. Price reductions continue across the market. It was the second lowest conversion rate since February 1st, 2026. So this kind of follows the same trend that we saw with the new listings. Week of March 8th, 2026, 65 price reductions, only one went pending. Week of February 1st, 58 price reductions, none of them went pending. Um, there was actually a specific example that I was looking at in Wailea where um, the property actually reduced like three or 400,000 and had been on the market for over 300 days, and it ended up canceling. The price reduction didn't end up making the difference. So if price reductions are your backup plan, if you're one of these sellers that are coming to the market and you're thinking, well, I want this number for my house, right? Or I want this number for my condo. And if I don't get it, I'll just do a price reduction. And then that, I can still end up selling it. That's not the best strategy in today's market. And the numbers kind of show that. Where supply is increasing. So Napili added 8 new condo listings, actually outpacing Kihei, which added 5. That was second place for condos. Kahului led Central Maui with 3 new homes added. Like I talked about, homeowners in Central Maui are paying attention to the market and they know that that area is firing. Kula also added 3 new homes to inventory. The rest of the inventory increases were pretty spread out, maybe one or two in different areas. So for single family homes, Kahului and Kula. For condos, Napili and Kihei. More inventory means buyers are seeing even more options across the Maui market, like I talked about in the previous slides. Where buyers are writing contracts. So over the past 10 weeks, condo escrows have led single family home escrows only twice. So single family homes on Maui are more in demand than condos if you kind of look at the year as a whole. But however, week of March 8th, we saw 19 condo escrows, only 15 single family homes. Week of February 22nd was the other time that we saw condos lead with 18 and homes at 15. As far as the land deals go, it's between like 1 and 5 a week. Um, yeah, so it's not really contesting with single family homes or condos ever. Single family homes still make up the majority of contracts most week, and condo demand led activity this week with Kihei recording the most condo escrows. So Kihei led in condo escrows, but Napili led in the amount of inventory added. So my final thoughts, a lot of these are already talked about in the show, but inventory continues to build across the island, giving buyers more options. More listings and ongoing price reductions are creating opportunities to compare properties and negotiate. Well-priced homes that match recent comparable sales can still attract attention quickly. So for this, I want to talk about 18 Makahu Loop, which we listed last week, Wednesday. We had 2 offers on it. It ended up going pending within 5 days. And kind of what that shows is that if you do come out priced well, so we were the fourth most affordable out of the 13 single family homes in the Kehalani area. Um, but we were actually priced at a premium if you look at the price per square foot. And it was a beautiful home and it has an incredible ocean view that you can see Kahului Harbor. It wraps all the way around to Maui's North Shore. So we felt that the square footage um, or we felt that we should price it at a premium when it came to the price per square foot. And yeah, it still attracted interest early. Also, another important point was we were super available. We had 4 open houses on it. Every showing request that we had, we did. So those are very important. We got the word out locally. We posted it on all the social medias and the marketing channels and things like that. Or not all of them, but most of them. And yeah, that was enough to get this thing pending within 5 days. So for sellers, price reductions alone are not always leading to immediate offers. A better strategy is to price it at fair market value, um, and don't rely on the price reduction. It's not the market for that. More inventory and slower buyer decisions are increasing competition between listings. Yeah, so as we see inventory increase, like if you look at Kihei single family homes, for example, if you're a buyer and you find a place that you love out there, you don't have to write an offer immediately just because it's not as in demand as a place like Kahului right now, where if you find something in Kahului that you love, you better get an offer in. Um, Whereas Kihei, you kind of have more time. You can kind of look around it. You can see if you like other properties. Uh, you can see what other things are selling for in and around the area. You have the time. You can construct kind of a better offer for yourself. Whereas, yeah, if you look at something like Kahului, things are selling above asking. Presentation and pricing correctly from day one are becoming more important as supply builds. So this is really important in a place like Kihei condos, for example. We're seeing all those, the median sales price, average sales price, the number of units selling, all of it's down, and it's down from low numbers. So if you are going to sell there, it's important that you price correctly, but not only that you price correctly, because in a normal market, that might be enough. You price correctly, you could get an offer on it. But not only do you have to price correctly, you also have to, you have to be available. You have to present it well. You have to follow through on all the showings. You have to get the word out. You have to do it organically. You might have to do it paid. Like you have to really, it takes a lot of effort to sell a condo in the Kihei condo market today just because of the numbers and the uncertainty. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Here's our team information. I'm on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, uh, X, Substack for written content.